checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We had Trick coming out for a promo, and like this was one of those things, golly, if you want to ask me the worst thing about WWE, it's segments like this.
Yeah.
Trick just won the NXT. He just retained the title at the biggest NXT show of all time. He comes out, and he's just like a massive superstar. And he cuts his promo, and he's so great, and he's so confident.
Great on Raw.
Yeah, it's like this guy is, I mean, he should be a top guy in the main roster right now. And then out comes The Undertaker, and they do a talking segment, and Trick tries to attack him, and Undertaker chokeslams him and leaves him for dead. And it's the same crap I've had to put up with for like 40 years. Old guy beats up young champ, but the young guy is getting the rub by getting his... God.
Brian, I got a question, too. Is there like a hierarchy of which Undertaker you get beat up by? Like, is this American badass Undertaker, is he higher up or lower down on the chain than the dead man Undertaker?
I don't know.
Or what about...
You're bearing the lead here. They had Trick laid out like a geek by this old retired guy. For what purpose? To give Trick the rub? To give the rub to this A&E show, which on a good week is doing 90,000 viewers, and on a bad week, we can't even tell how many because it's not even on the chart?
Right.
God.
Let's talk about it.
Hideous. Monica Monroe beat Ren Sinclair. And then, actually, honestly, like the match was just nothing. But afterwards, Blake came out, or she was cutting a promo, and Jordan came through the crowd. And Jordan starts murdering these security dudes, just killing them. And then Blake headbutted her and gave her a DDT and laid her out on the outside. Post-match, miles better than the match. It was a good post-match. Then we had Ethan Page coming out for a promo. And long story short, the North American title is now the Canadian title. Maybe Lance can show up in TNA.
I think it's still just the North American title.
Well, it's got a new strap that's the Canadian flag. But the point is, like, I swear to God, we heard 50% of this promo because these fans are chanting "Shut the F up" so loudly that for like 30 seconds on end, he's just like, you know, minutes on end.
Yeah.
And then
it's one of those things, if I tuned in while this was going on, I would be feverishly changing the channel back and forth, pressing the mute button, trying to figure out what's going on.
And then, I swear to God, coming out to challenge Ethan Page for this title next week is Santino Marella. Yes. Santino Marella versus Ethan Page for the North American title on NXT next week. I told you guys, it's like 90s wrestling. You never know what's going to happen. There's wild highs. There's disastrous lows. It's like when Vince used to say, anything can happen in WWE. That's NXT and TNA. Then... oh, my God. I need hours to talk about this Bully Ray thing.
I knew it.
God. I swear to God, guys, Bully Ray shows up, and they shoot an angle for Charlie versus Tavion, where if Tavion wins, he's free, and if Charlie wins, they can never discuss it again. We saw this match with those tips, and they shot an angle for it 2 weeks later?
Why is Bully Ray making this match?
I don't know, dude. And then he's putting over, like he's salivating over what a performance Ren had tonight. And it's like, dude, she lost in 2 minutes clean. What are we doing? We'll talk about the main event, which was the best thing on the show by miles after the break. Observer Live. Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Main event was Obafemi, Inamura, and Briggs. They only had like 11 minutes, but this match was great. This was a great match. And,
yeah, they got right down to business.
I mean, the story didn't make sense early because, you know, Inamura and Briggs, like, they would get mad at each other if one or the other cost the other, like, a win or something. But it's like, they got in a fist fight last week. Like, am I missing something here? So... They finally like get fight and everything like that, and it ends up with Inamura hitting the Uranage and Oba. He goes up top. He hits the big splash.
Hold on, that was a Muso. Let's get it right. That is the move.
All right.
That is the move that fell Kenta Kobashi in his GHC title reign. Takeshi Rikio's Muso, used by sumo practitioners.
Okay, we got like 15 seconds here. So then there's a big moonsault, breaks it up. There's a giant brawl. Inamura in this striking battle with Briggs chops him right in the face. And then finally he kills him with a lariat. But then Oba hits the ring. He kills Briggs with a lariat, hits a pop-up powerbomb, gets the pin. This place was going wild for the last couple of seconds of this match. And then, I don't know if it was just like my thing or whatever, but the ref goes, 1, 2, 3. Just gone, off the air. That was kind of weird. It's a weird show, just weird. Just like this show. If you love this show, you should consider signing up at WrestlingObserver.com. WrestlingObserver.com has every show that we have ever done. Over 15,000 podcasts in the archives, dating back to 2005. Searchable by show, searchable by year. Perhaps the first show you ever watched was 2008 WrestleMania? Well, you can head into the archives and you can find the podcast we did, all built around the 2008 WrestleMania. Every major show, whether it be WWE, AEW, we covered it all. 15,000 archived shows at WrestlingObserver.com. Also, when you subscribe, you get full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. There's a new Observer every Friday. And on top of that, we have thousands and thousands of archived issues of the Observer dating back to 1991. So again, WrestleMania 2008, go to the archives, search WrestleMania 2008, read all of the issues surrounding that show. Of course, Wrestling Observer newsletter, 40,000 words of news and information on pro wrestling and mixed martial arts every single week. New issue comes out every Friday. New back issue comes out every Monday. You also get the discussion board. One of the best discussion boards on the internet. It's members only. If you're going to troll, well, you got to pay to troll, and there aren't too many of those. And if you cause too much trouble, you're out of there. So if you want a great place to discuss professional wrestling, it is the board. Also available as a subscriber at WrestlingObserver.com. The whole package, all of the new shows, all of the archived shows, all of the new issues of The Observer, all of the archived editions of the newsletter, all of the past episodes of Wrestling Observer Radio, Wrestling Observer Live, The Bryan and Vinny Show, Figure 4 Daily, Filthy 4 Daily, The Board, all of it, just $14.99 per month. The full shebang, and you can save a lot of money getting an annual subscription. A full year, you basically get 2 months free. So check it out, WrestlingObserver.com, everything you'll ever need as a fan of professional wrestling. Check it out today, F4WOnline.com.